ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ॐ निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणौ अथ पारायणार्थं सप्तम स्कंदस्य पारायणं तदनन्तरम् एकादश स्कंदस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं सेवंथ स्कंद थर्ड चैप्टर पारायण। ओम अथ सप्तमः स्कंदः अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। नारद उवाच हिरण्यकशिपो राजन् अजेयमजरामरम् आत्मानम् अप्रतिद्वन्द्वम् एकराजं व्यधित्सत सतेपे मन्दरद्रोण्यां तपः परमदारुणम् ऊर्ध्वबाहुर्नभो दृष्टिः पादाङ्गुष्ठाश्रितावनिः जटादीदितिभीरेजे संवर्तार्कैवांशुभिः तस्मिन् तपस्तप्यमाने देवाः स्थानानि भेजिरे तस्य मूर्ध्नः समुद्भूतः स धूमोऽग्निस्तपोमयः तिर्यग् ऊर्ध्वमधो लोकान् अतपत् विश्वईरितः चुक्षुभुर्नद्युदन्वन्तः सद्वीपाद्रिश्च चालभूः निपेतुः सग्रहास्ताराः जज्वलुश्च दिशो दश तेन तप्ता दिवं त्यक्त्वा ब्रह्मलोकं ययुः सुराः धात्रे विज्ञापयामासुः देवदेव जगत्पते दैत्येन्द्रतपसा तप्ताः दिवि स्थातुं न शक्नुमः तस्य च उपशमं भूमन् विदेहि यदि मन्यसे लोकान् यावन्नङ्क्षन्ति बलिहारास्तवाभिभूः तस्यायं किल संकल्पः चरतो दुश्चरन्तवः श्रूयतां किं न विदितः तवाथापि निवेदितः सृष्ट्वा चराचरमिदं तपोयोगसमाधिना अध्यास्ते सर्वधिष्ण्येभ्यः परमेष्टि निजासनं तदहं वर्धमानेन तपोयोगसमाधिना कालात्मनोश्च नित्यत्वात् साधयिष्ये तथात्मनः अन्यथेदं विधास्येऽहम् अयथा पूर्वमोजसा किमन्यैः कालनिर्धूतैः कल्पान्ते वैष्णवादिभिः इति शुश्रुमनिर्बन्धं तपः परममास्थितः विदत्स्वानन्तरं युक्तं स्वयं त्रिभुवनेश्वर तवासनं द्विजगवां पारमेष्ट्यं जगत्पते भवाय श्रेयसे भूत्यै क्षेमाय विजयाय च इति विज्ञापितो देवैः भगवान् आत्मभूर्नृप परीतो भृगुदक्षाद्यैः ययौ दैत्येश्वराश्रमं न ददर्श प्रतिच्छन्नं वल्मीकतृणकीचकैः पिपीलिकाभिराचीर्णं ये आचीर्ण मेदस्त्वं मांसशोणितं तपन्तं तपसा लोकान् यथा भ्रापिहितं रविम् विलक्ष्य विस्मितः प्राह प्रहसन् हंसवाहनः ब्रह्मोवाच उत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ भद्रं ते तपःसिद्धोऽसि काश्यप वरदोऽहमनुप्राप्तः व्रियताम् ईप्सितो वरः अद्राक्षमहमेतत्ते हृत्सारं महदद्भुतं दंशभक्षितदेहस्य प्राणाह्यस्थिषु शेरते नैतत्पूर्वर्षयः चक्रुः न करिष्यन्ति चापरे निरम्बुर्धारयेत् प्राणान् को वै दिव्यसमाः शतं व्यवसायेन तेनेन दुष्करेण मनस्विनां तपोनिष्ठेन भवता जितोऽहं दितिनन्दन ततस्ते आशिषः सर्वाः ददाम्यसुरपुङ्गवा मर्त्यस्य ते हि अमर्त्यस्य दर्शनं नाफलं मम नारद उवाच इत्युक्त्वादिभवो देवः भक्षिताङ्गं पिपीलिकैः कमण्डलुजरेणौक्षत दिव्येनामोघराधस स तत्कीचकवल्मीकात् सह ओजो बलान्वितः सर्वावयवसम्पन्नः वज्रसिंहं संहननो युवा उत्थितस्तप्तहेमाभः विभावसुरिवैधसः सनिरीक्ष्याम्बरे देवं हंसवाहम् अवस्थितं ननाम शिरसा भूमौ तद्दर्शनमहोत्सवः उत्थाय प्राञ्जलिः प्रह्वः ईक्षमाणोदृशा विभुं हर्षाश्रुपुलकोद्भेदः गिरा गद्गदया गृणात् हिरण्यकशिपुरुवाच कल्पान्ते कालसृष्टेन योऽन्धेन तमसा वृतम् अभिव्यनग्जगदिदं स्वयं ज्योतिः स्वरोचिषा आत्मना त्रिवृता चेदं सृजत्यवति लुम्पति रजः सत्त्वतमो धाम्ने पराय महते नमः नम आद्याय बीजाय ज्ञानविज्ञानमूर्तये प्राणेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धि विकारैर्व्यक्तिमीयुषे त्वमीशिषे जगतस्थस्तुषश्च प्राणेन मुख्येन पतिः प्रजानां चित्तस्य चित्तेर्मन इन्द्रियाणां पतिर्महान् भूतगुणाशयेशयः त्वं सप्ततन्तून्वितनोषि तन्वा त्रय्या चतुर्होतृकविद्यया च त्वमेक आत्मा त्वमतामनादिः अनन्तपारः कविरन्तरात्मा त्वमेव कालो निमिषो जनानाम् आयुर्लवाद्यावयवैः क्षिणोषि कूटस्थ आत्मा परमेष्ट्यतो महान् त्वः जीवलोकस्य च जीव आत्मा त्वत्तः परं नापरमप्यनेजत् एजच्च किञ्चित् व्यतिरिक्तमस्ति विद्याः कलास्ते तनवश्च सर्वाः हिरण्यगर्भोऽसि बृहत्त्रिपृष्ठः व्यक्तं विभो स्थूलमिदं शरीरं येनेन्द्रियप्राणमनोगुणान्स्त्वं भुङ्क्षे स्थितो धामनि पारमेष्ट्ये अव्यक्त आत्मा पुरुषः पुराणः अनन्ताव्यक्तरूपेण येनेदमखिलं ततं चिदचिच्छक्तियुक्ताय तस्मै भगवते नमः यदि दास्यस्यभिमतान् वरान् मे वरदोत्तम भूतेभ्यस्तद्विसृष्टेभ्यः मृत्युर्मा भोन्मम प्रभो नान्तर्बहिर्दिवानक्तम् अन्यस्मादपि चायुधैः न भूमौ नाम्बरे मृत्युः न नरैर्मृगैरपि व्यसुभिर्वासुमद्भिर्वा सुरासुरमहोरगैः अप्रतिद्वन्द्वतां युद्धे ऐकपत्यं च देहिनां सर्वेषां लोकपालानां महिमानं यथात्मनः तपोयोगप्रभावाणां यन्नरिष्यति कर्हिचित् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां सप्तमस्कन्धे तृतीयोऽध्यायः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. In this we can see Hiranyakashipu's great tapasya pleased by that Brahmadeva comes, he does great stuti of Brahmadeva and he asks for the moon not to be killed by anybody created by him and all other conditionings. Then we will see how he becomes tyrannical to the world. Thereafter again his son Prahlada, that beautiful story. That's why I took this skandha for this chapter, for chanting. Because we started, we'll conclude. It will over one day, 15 days mein 10 din. After that, no chanting. Only class, finish quickly. Nothing to worry, just enjoy, relax. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam, Pangum Langhayate Girim, Yat Kurvatamaham Vande, Paramananda Madhavam, Swarge Satyeja Kailase, Vaikunte Nastayam Rasaha, Atapibantu Sadbhagyaha, Mama Munchadakarhijida, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavatam Maha Puranam Ekadasha Skandha, Muktirhitva Anyatha Rupam, Sarubena Vyavastitihi, Om Atha Ashtavimshodhyayaha, Shri Bhagavan. Each of the shloka in this 11th skandha, Bhagavan is giving such a beautiful, complete jnanam through all the shlokas. He is trying his best not to miss out on anything. As the essence of all the Vedanta Upanishad Shastras and the jnanam required for an Adhyatmaka seeker to get the mukti and the information which they must have. Bhagavan also is trying and he has succeeded. It is you and I only, as the sincere students of Bhagavata, seekers of the truth, that each sloka we have to again take again and restudy it, contemplate on it to grasp the essence. Second, Bhagavan is giving theory. We are listening theory. Because theory has never liberated anyone, that theory, unless becomes practical, Bhagavan cannot assure us about any type of progress in the Adhyatmika Jivanam Anubhuti. Because of the theoretical Adhyatmika Jnanam, in the Vyavahara, you may be able to sort out some issues. We may be able to avoid some of the problems. We may even be able to dominate others being arrogant, egoistic, because you know some things. Theoretical knowledge you फायदा था. Like some people, they know everything, they have heard their guru सब सुन लिए हैं, अब उनको बाकी सब बच्चे लोग. So they got everything. These things of the worldly may happen, but sadhana, without sadhana, siddhi cannot come to anyone. And we are here to get the siddhi, not only for theoretical information. We, as our group of Bhagavata students, every one of us individually, one can consider like that. So, while trying our best, struggling, first to be regular, second struggle is trying to grasp what is said, third struggling is to keep all the things heard in one alignment, then become very clear about what is sadhya, sadhana and tayari, then starting with the tayari. Once the tayaris are being done in the process, while the tayari ho raha hai, तभी थोड़ा साधना का कोशिश हो. Tayari complete, sadhana complete, experience comes. Tayari of all the upasanas, japa tapa, by which our antakarana becoming shuddha. Tayari is sadhana chatushtya sampada. Sadhana is Whatever we are listening in class, trying to become contemplative on that at home. Tayari sadhana. When both of them reach to the peak level, totally mind is purified because of tayariya. And in the sadhana also, thoroughly we have understood about the tattva jnanam, as said in the shastra, that it is me, my nature is this. That tayari and sadhana, suddenly it reveals, yaar, ye to main wo hu. I thought I am this, this, this. This is not me, this is me. That anubhuti comes. Once the anubhuti comes, then we reach what we have to reach. Then the whole vision changes, whole orientation changes. You know everything the same tattva. There is no thing other than you or me. Therefore, there is no samsara. Okay. So Bhagavan Krishna's this Upadesha of 28th chapter is so important. Maybe that's why Krishna himself wanted us to go through every shloka. That's why, see, 36 days. No chapter of entire Bhagavatam, 324 chapters are there. I think we have seen so many days. Only this one chapter. And I feel it is worthy. Whether it is repeated, one thing only 2-3 times. But even then, क्या याद है अब बताओ पूछे तो थोड़ा ही याद है. But then at the time of listening we enjoyed. Maybe when we reread at home, definitely what we heard, it will click. Like for me, when I study, I remember what we spoke in the class. Clear? Now in the 36th mantra, the crux. 35 was also like that. 33 also like that. Every mantra. 33 was telling us about what is the difference between the jiva who is bound before the realization with the upadhis as himself, and one he has the iksha. Punaha ikshaya eva. When the iksha comes, then all the upadhis are rejected as not me. Example of what is done here, ki yatahi bhanurdayo nu chakshusham tamo nihanyat natu sadvidhatte. Okay, that Surya example, when he comes, he only removes the vision, the blockade in front of the eye, the darkness. He doesn't create the things. In the same way, I am always the self. Unnecessarily, I took myself to be the upadhis. Through the jnana chakshu, I discovered the self because the ignorance of the self is gone. Then, when the self knowledge comes, all the not self, which was taken as self earlier, is understood to be not at all existing in its own reality. It is only imaginary projection. All the Vedanta is only in these two things, 3 things. I don't know myself, therefore something other than me projected, that projected thing is taken as me. The projected thing taken as me, that also I have to reject. Then the projection also should be understood as unreal. The real self also I have to know. That's why in all our Vedantic literature, that the knowledge given is to achieve all these 3 sadhanas. Some of the knowledge talks about the nature of the self. By that, we have to know the self. Some of the knowledge through the Viveka tries to make us detached from the Upadhi. That is, projected, taken on our head, we are rejecting. Some of the knowledge slokas prove us that all the world is unreal. मिथ्या. देखो कोई क्या कर रहे हैं, आरोपण का निकाल रहे हैं, अध्यारोपण. कोई क्या कर रहे हैं, that what is called as विक्षेप को हटा रहे हैं, the projections. Wheeling, projection, नहीं, superimposition, projection and wheeling or ignorance. Ignorance of the self is removed by the knowledge of the self. Superimposition of the not self on the self is done through the Sakshi Bhava Ityadi. And through the Anvaya and Vyatireka Paddhati, we discover that the projected thing is unreal at all. It is unreal only, it is not real at all. All the 3 we have to do. अध्यारोप को हटाना है, विक्षेप को हटाना है, अविद्या को हटाना है. अध्यारोप हटाए थ्रू साक्षी भाव, विक्षेप हटाए थ्रू Anvaya Vyatireka. Then Atma Jnana found through the meditation on the Tattvamasi Ityadi Mahavakya. आत्म ज्ञान के द्वारा अविद्या चला जाएगा, अन्वय व्यतिरेक के द्वारा प्रोजेक्टेड वर्ल्ड अनरियल पता चलेगा, साक्षी भाव के द्वारा the superimposition of the not self on the self should be removed. All the time we have to be only on these three sadhanas. Thoroughly understood, and seclusion we go on doing this. Then we will see one by again God's Guru's Krupa only. Without their Krupa, without Guru and Ishvara Krupa, even in iota also we can be alive first of all. Forget about coming to be born in Sanatana Dharma, getting a Guru to teach us, learning the subject, desiring to do sadhana, able to manage the whole world. Remember एक बात, ना कोई प्रारब्ध होता है, ना कोई कंपल्शन होता है, कुछ नहीं. It is only our weakness and बेवकूफ़ी that we don't do sadhana and we blame everybody, everything. ये अल्टीमेट फैक्ट है जो सबको नहीं बताया जाता, बिकॉज पसंद नहीं आता. If you and I are interested in doing sadhana at every cost, what prarabdha can stop? This I just learned from Hiranyakashipu. जब वो बैठ गया मेडिटेशन में ब्रह्मदेव, इनसाइड आउट हो गया उनका, होल बोन्स हैव कम आउट. वन अंगूठा ही स्टूड विद ऊर्ध्व बाहु एक अंगुष्ठ, एक अंगूठे पे खड़ा, दोनों हाथ ऊपर करके. हमें ऐसा करना चाहा तो कौन, किसको हिम्मत होगी? चाहो प्रारब्ध कहो, इंद्र कहो, चंद्र, नो. इफ ए इंडिविजुअल डिसाइड्स, इवन गॉड कैनॉट स्टॉप द साधना. We only unnecessarily talk all this nonsense just to justify our weakness, by the way. Anyway, that is, by the way, we have added an extra knowledge today. If you like it, take it. Otherwise, like every knowledge, give back to me. So, with our again, step by step, that conviction leading to that type of going to the seclusion and spending day in and day out only in this one, then as I said to you, by the grace and of Guru and Bhagavan, we can see all those layers are transcended. We are becoming sublime in our understanding. We are becoming very deep in our authentic, perfect, correct understanding. Everybody has some understanding. But is it authentic? It is logical? Is it according to Shastra? Is it ultimate? They are the big questions. Every one of us understand the world from our own ignorant standpoint. Like 5 blind people or 5 people bound with eyes, blind, sent to an elephant. Then they are asked what is what. Each one, depending on the part what they touched, they talked about it. All of them are right according to their blindness. But none of them are right actually when the eyes are opened in the same way. So, remember, Adhyaropa, Vikshepa, Avarana. These 3 we have to remove. Adhyaropa is removed by being the Sakshi. Then Vikshepa is removed by Anvaya Vyatireka. Avidya Avarana is removed by the Vidya Prapti, then I am the self. So we see this in the mantra 33-34. And for giving us the Vidya, to remove the Vidya, the Atma Swarupa Lakshanas are told in the 35th mantra. How beautiful it was. Whole day we have spent yesterday on that, even day before. Eshaha Swayam Jyotihi, Eshaha Ajaha, Eshaha Aprameyaha, Eshaha Mahanubhutihi, Eshaha Sakalanubhutihi, एषः एकः अद्वितीयः एषः वत्सामिरामेन प्राप्नोति येन ईशिता गवाः असवः चरन्ति. This vachasam virame is the rejection of the adhyaropa. Yena ishita vagasavas charanti is the anvaya vyatireka by which We know it is in the presence of the self only those upadhis are there. Without the self, they don't have their own existence. So, yene shita vagasavascharanti sentence is the removal of the reality given to the mithya upadhis. Vachasam virama is by being a witness, we are withdrawing from all the involvement with the upadhis. So, withdrawal from the upadhi, rejection of reality given to upadhi, then the discovery of the self is by all these above words of Swayam Jyotihi Ajaha Prameya Ityadi. And these things we have to write on a notebook, go on looking at it till it enters into our heart, then holding on to this knowledge. Of course, keep that notebook with you, then sit for meditation. In those days, they have no other too many things in the mind, making this knowledge forgotten. Therefore, they never needed those reminders. We have so many things in our mind carried on the seat of meditation also, because of which, for which we sought for meditation, we forget. Therefore, we take our cell phone or any notebook in which these crucial things are written as to what I have to do on the seat of dhyanam. Anvaya Vyatirek say that that projection removed by the Sakshi Bhava, superimposition is removed by deep contemplation on the nature of the self. Self knowledge is gained. Avarana or avidya is beautiful. Then, from the standpoint of knowing the self, etavan atma sammoha yat vikalpaha tu kevale atmani. See, kevale atmani vikalpaha tu etavan atma sammoha. It is the deluded buddhi. I told yesterday we discussed buddhi deluded by the projections of mind, buddhi deluded by the perceptions of the senses is accepting the projected multiplicity on one without second self. Instead of getting deluded by the projections of mind or the perceptions of the senses, including everybody's talk and all, when the buddhi surrenders to the Guru Vakya, Shastra Vakya, that also Upanishad Vakya, that also Maha Vakya, in those Mahavakyas of Prajnanam Brahmaya Mahatma Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi Tatamasi, like that, so many are there. These are the main four. Bhagavan Shankara gave as Mahavakya, he commented on them, he has written Prakaranas on that. That is why they have become famous. Wherever the Jiva Brahma Ekatha is spoken, all of them are Mahavakyas. When the Buddhi is contemplating on that, then the oneness of the self is recognized intellectually. Meditation may, even that intellectual understanding along with the intellect is transcended, we experience that one without second self as ourselves. If this attempt to know the self, which is one without second, is not done, then the buddhi goes to become friendly with the mana and indriyas. That buddhi is called as Atma Moha. Here Atma is buddhi. Buddhi, self-deluded buddhi. What is the delusion of the buddhi? Buddhi existing is first delusion, listening to the mind and senses is second delusion. What is the illumination of the buddhi? Three illumination. One, detaching from the mana projection and indriya perception. Second, itself studying the shastras and understanding. Third, dissolving itself in the direct experience of the self. Even buddhi is also product of delusion, but that is required, okay, for gaining the knowledge, for gaining what exactly to be done on the seat of meditation. Once we are set on that, the buddhi, aham vritti, even they also are transcended. Then vritti ki zarurat nahi rehne wala. सारे वृत्ति अंतकरण माया अविद्या से भी सूक्ष्माति सूक्ष्म Paramatma we experience. So, what is the sloka here? Etavan yad vikalpaha tu kevale atmani atma sammohaha. In that kevala atma, the self which is one without second, whose nature is Sachidananda, this entire vikalpa jo hai, the multiplicity, the manyness projected in the Karana Rupa, Sukshma Rupa, Stula Rupa, and in millions and millions Rupa that are there, in the Veshti as well as Samashti, All of that is, as long as buddhi has not studied the Shastra, Mahavakya, and not contemplated on the truth, so long only these vikalpa all appear to be there, appear to be real. When the Atma Sammoha goes away with the thorough knowledge of Shastra, all the multiplicity first is understood to be delusion or projection. Later on the seat of meditation, it is rejected, entire multiplicity, to discover the one without second self. Thereafter, the one without second self only playing the play of many. Our goal is first to reach the self. Thereafter, let there be Ananta Koti Brahmanda, but none of them are in any case by any reasons other than me. That is a very typical experience, that I am seeing sun, but I am the sun. I am seeing the moon, but I am the moon. I am seeing the entire space, but I am the space. See, I am seeing the sun is, I am the seer, sun is seen, a play. I am the sun is what? The substratum behind the sun. The substratum item I is same. So behind the scene, behind the seer, the self is one. The one self only here playing the play of seer, there playing the seer, there the play of scene. वो नाटक चल रहा है, वो पता चल जाता है। एषः सॉरी एतावान् आत्मसम्मोहः यद्विकल्पः तु केवले आत्मन्। And then rute samatmanam avalambo na yasya hi. One of the very useful sentence, this one. Okay, 1 second. Om Namo Narayan. So, for a sadhaka, it is very important sentence, the second one. What is the second sentence? So, rute swamatmanam avalambo na yasya hi. Okay. Yasya avalambha na yasya avalambha naha atmanam rute. Yasya means for the entire multiplicity. Rute atmanam, other than the self, no avalambaha, there is no other avalamba. There is no support. For the entire world of multiplicity, the support is me, the self. Without me, they can't. Then how I became slave to them? How I gave so much importance, value to them that they are overpowering me? So this sentence has this help for us. Ki without me, they are not there. If this one thought we can strengthen, spiritual thought, not arrogance in the vyavahara, कि मेरे बिना ये नहीं चलता, मेरे बिना वो नहीं चलता, वहां तो you have to be humble only. You can't tell the family, wife and children, मेरे बिना कौन कमाएगा पैसा? Then she will say, मैं जा रही हूँ, मैं 1-2 महीना कमा के खुद ही खाना बना लेना, बर्तन धो लेना, तब पता चलेगा. That thing not in the vyavahara. In the vyavahara, everybody is doing, we have to be thankful to them. Okay, on the seat of meditation, everything of the upadhis of mine are supported by me. Without me, they are not there. Without them, I can be. Why am I not practicing this? The practice of this is detaching from the overpowering influence of these upadhis, by which they are pulling us into the not self-thinking, not self-living. So, I am the self. All the upadhis are there. Upadhis are supported by me. Without me, they cannot be. Such upadhis which cannot be without me. How come they are pulling me into variety of activities which they are doing? I should command them. They will command with the strength of this knowledge. And then let me देखो क्या होगा अगर इन उपाधियों के द्वारा जो डिमांड हो रहा है वो मैं नहीं फुलफिल करूंगा तो. Then we will discover the freedom. Now what's the problem? कि I am depending on the upadhis. इस तरह से हम जी रहे. It is true also that I am is Jiva. Real self doesn't depend on any upadhi. Even देह भी मर जाए, 5 भूतों में मिल जाए, मनोबुद्धि गल जाए, आत्मा को कुछ नहीं होता. लाइक स्पेस को कुछ नहीं होता है, चारों महाभूतों को कुछ भी हो जाए. But the space thinks that no, I am existing because of them. Therefore, it comes under all that obligation, under all that attachment. But this sentence, if you know, one, I am independent in my existence. Two, all these upadhis are there because of me. Three, therefore, I should not be enslaved by them. Four, I should withdraw myself from them. With this conviction, when we try, conviction nahi aaya, ab aa gaya. But the conviction it is कि ऋते स्वमात्मानम अवलंबो न यस्य हि यस्य द्वैत प्रपंचस्य आत्मानम ऋते अवलंबम नहीं. Is it not like in my own mind? The passions are there, the negative thoughts are there, angry thoughts are there, dukkha are there. Can any one of them exist without me, my consciousness? No. They will remain as consciousness. Why you are carried away by these variety of emotions of the mind? That I have to tell to myself. Because now I have understood that I am independent, they are dependent on me. I need not be slave to them. The moment I become slave, I became Jiva. Instead of becoming slave, with this knowledge, when I become Sakshi, thereafter slowly, by continuously being in the Sakshi, when I see to it that these variety of emotions of the mind not even erupt or arise, I discover myself. No more I am a Jiva. That is why this is the most important sentence throughout life kept to be kept. In the Adhyatmic Sadhana, mein, I am that self because of whom the Panchakoshas are dependent. Because of me only, all the my world around is dependent. All my 3 avasthas are because of me, the real self. I am not dependent on them. They are depending on me. Therefore, this impossibility that I cannot withdraw from these 3 avasthas or any other Panchakosha and cannot remain as self, that impossibility should be replaced not only by possibility but also as a conviction. Take it as a challenge and do it, reach it, prove to oneself. This is called sadhana. And the ones who regularly listen Shastras, in that these things, only after a lot of listening, mananam, when they become so convinced about this, then their real sadhana starts. In the real sadhana, all these challenges he will take up and one by one upadhis it transcends on the seat of dhyana. Then you will discover. Our Taittiriya Upanishad will teach us all the upadhis, how to transcend them and all of that. So, what are the beautiful thoughts in this sloka number 36? Etavan atma sammoha yad vikalpaha tu kevale atmani. Kevale atmani yad vikalpaha etavan atma sammoha. Be attentive to this one. It is only delusion of the buddhi which is projecting multiplicity on the self. Kevale atmani vikalpaha etavan atma sammoha. So eternally what is there is Kevala Atma. But other than the Kevala Atma, the Vikalpa of the perceiver and perceived, experiencer and experienced. In that the experienced are millions. This Vikalpa is only Atma Sammoha. But if that Buddhi is exposed to the knowledge of Shastra, because it's authentic, because the rishis have realized it and told, and it is a truth. Then other than the Shastra and Guru Vakya, Mahavakyapadesha, दूसरा कौन सा है कि बुद्धि को उस डायरेक्शन में ले जाने के? बाकी सब तो बुद्धि को मल्टीप्लिसिटी की तरफ ही ले जा रहे हैं ना, which will take our buddhi to the understanding of Ekameva Advayam Brahma Shastra. So through the study of the Shastra and contemplating on that, again through Anvaya Vyatireka Ityadi, we will know self alone is real. On the self, the Vikalpa is because Buddhi Sammoha. So Buddhi not knowing the self, Buddhi imagining the Vikalpa of the not self, the same Buddhi is superimposing the Vikalpita multiplicity on the self. means I take the vikalpa as myself. And which buddhi here? Avivek wala. वही बुद्धि जब विवेकी हो जाता है, that slowly through viveka discover the oneself. In the discover oneself, all the multiplicities found to be non-existing, unreal. Self alone is kevale atmani. And then the last sentence was, even for the multiplicity projected multiplicity, the support is self. Rute atmani avalambo nayasyahi. Is it not? Rute samatmanam avalambo nayasyahi. Atmanam samatmanam rute yasya na avalambaha. I tell you, at a very lowest level, we are feeling or understanding this sentence, but this sentence should be understood at the very highest, deepest level. Then you will see this sentence makes miracles happen in our sadhana. What is the sentence? Sentence is this only. I, the self, is the alambana for all the vikalpa. But how deeply we take it decides how easily we are able to detach from the upadhi tadatmya through the sakshi bhava ityadi on the seat of meditation. The guts चाहिए ना, वो guts कहाँ से आएगा? इससे आएगा. Like a person with a huge number of people all around, habituated to being with the group, enjoying and all. Suddenly when he is told to stay all alone, he feels frightened only. यार मैं कैसे रह सकता हूँ अकेला? But allow him to stay 3-4 महीने. He will enjoy being alone so much. Nobody is required for me. I am all alone. I can enjoy. You understand the example? In the same way, we are in the delusion that we are because of multiplicity. The actual fact is, I, the self, am there because of whom the multiplicity also supported, even though it's unreal, even though it's projected. This is a fact. Hold on to this fact and reject the multiplicity and reach out to the self. To do this sadhana, this sentence gives immense strength. And tell it in your own English language. They are depending on me, I am not depending on them. Pujo Gurudev used to say, they are in me, I am not in them. They are in me, I am not in them. 9th chapter. मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहम तेषु स्थितः. ये आता है ना, दिन भर वो ब्रह्मचारियों से, गुरु सब ऑडियंस से गुरुदेव रिपीट करवाते थे. 9th chapter. They are in me, I am not in them. So too, they are supported by me. I am not dependent on them. ऐसा कोई इंग्लिश सेंटेंस बनाकर अपने भाषा में वो मेरे ऊपर आधारित है, मैं उनके ऊपर नहीं. रिपीट करो. दिस इज मोर पावरफुल महावाक्य than your Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayana, all of them. You say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayana says, okay, thank you, same to you. You will not. You do this sentence, that truth is revealed. They are dependent on me, I am not depending on them. When this is done as a japa for 1 lakh times, that goes so deeper, then every dependency on the upadhi will be able to uproot and throw it away. See, there is one stage is what? Living only as upadhi, a pakka samsari. Second stage is what? Studying the shastra, knowing that upadhis are the cause of the bandhanam. Therefore, want to get out of the upadhi bandhanam. But further, there is no strength because we are addicted to the upadhis. At that level, this sentence helps. My dear friend, first stage you crossed. Living as a samsari at the upadhi level, you crossed it. You came to the understanding level. The upadhis are the bondage because I am limited as a jiva. My real self is not realized. Okay? But you are not able to do the sadhana. You are weak because you are depending on them. Or you are, what to say, slave to them. How to come out of it? This sentence helps there as Rama Banam Ad Maha Ushadam. That they depend on me, the self, the pure Satchidananda. I, the Satchidananda, don't depend on that. Atmanam Samatmanam Rute Avalambona Yasyahi. Yasya Avalambha na Rute Asmaatmanam. से देखो, ऐसा सेंटेंस कह के देखो कितना मजाल रहेगा. किसी कोई मजाल होगी हमको कोई इससे तंग करने का? हाँ, हम किसी को मतलब उपाधि है उनको. नॉट दैट पीपल. पीपल आर भगवत स्वरूप. लोगों को छेड़ना मत, दे विल ऐड अननेसेसरी प्रारब्ध टू यू, दूर ही रखना सबको। स्वमात्मानमृते यस्य अवलंबनहि, that swamatmanam is kevala advaya, and on that the vikalpa is projected only because of the buddhi sammoha, the deluded buddhi, misguided buddhi, confused buddhi, बेवकूफ बुद्धि, बुद्धू बुद्धि, हम नाम कुछ भी दे दो। तो फिर क्या होना चाहिए? मेरे बुद्धि को मुझे सीधे रास्ते पे ले जाना है। टेक द बुद्धि टू द महावाक्यास of the Upanishads, which through Anvaya and Vitreka, through the Adavante and Nasti Ityadi, proving, like the example of gold alone is there before and after, and in between also gold is there is nothing called ornament, it's only projection and acceptance of projection, and superimposing that projection on the gold. Other than that, there's no reality, the ornament. How much your tum sir repeat karo? In the same way. Through these things, get convinced. इंटेलेक्चुअल कन्विक्शन टेक्स टाइम। पहले तो देहादि का जीवन इतना आदत वाला हुआ कि वो हमको दुख कर रहा है, दुखी कर रहा है, तंग कर रहा है, फिर भी हमको उसको छोड़ने को मन नहीं होता। लाइक देख सम पीपल इन आवर लाइफ, सो मच मिजरी दे गिव, you can kick them long back only, you should have kicked, but you don't kick because of attachment, their weakness. So to millions of lives we are living as Dehos, me. Suddenly one life, just because we got Vedanta knowledge that I am not Deha, तुरंत तो थोड़ी छोड़ेगा वो, you have to struggle only. Along with that, how many जन्मास of प्रारब्ध we brought, ये सारा हिसाब क्लियर नहीं होते हुए भगवान आत्मज्ञान देंगे नहीं, अनुभव, he will not give. That again big subject. Yesterday also little bit we touched. And nothing to say. You be fixed on the sadhana, keep on doing. When the relation will happen, leave it to the Lord. He will give it right time. And the right time is when all our vasanas, prarabdhas, everything became clear. All the debts are cleared. Then हो गया, सब हिसाब किताब हो गया, अब ले लो आत्मज्ञान. He will give. Keep that background में. स्वात्मानमृते यस्य अवलंबो नहीं. So if this conviction has come to us, then 11 skandhas, 28th chapter, up to 35th shloka we have studied. Now here only you can understand. In the class, information is good, but then we are forgetting. That is where our next effort has to be. Carry this information and make it as a knowledge conviction and get the inner transformation. Is it not? इसी पे हमें निरंतर रमण करना है. To you as a listener and a speaker, oh Lord Guru, all the devatas, please bless. Again the listeners, if they want, they bless. Otherwise, it's their choice. मुझे तो bless करना जरूर. Let me revel only on this thought. It is a buddhi sammoha which is projecting the multiplicity on the one without second self. Instead, rather, even for the multiplicity projection, the self alone is the substratum. By saying that the self is the substratum support for the projection of multiplicity, multiplicity is not given reality. Remember that. Explanation sake ke liye. Just like there is no snake at all, it is rope alone. Even for the projection of the snake, the substratum, the rope is the cause or rope is the thing. By saying so, snake is not given reality. The purpose of saying it is what? Reality is the rope alone. That so much it is real. For the projection also, that alone is required. क्योंकि अधिष्ठान के बिना आरोप तो नहीं होता ना. अधिष्ठान के बिना अध्यारोप नहीं होगा. On which you superimpose, there should be some substratum. Every रूपनाम is superimposition on the अधिष्ठान called parabrahma. Without parabrahma, किसके ऊपर आप superimpose करोगे? So, with this example, multiplicity is not taken as real, but it is said, even at the time of you have perceived multiplicity, in your own ignorance level, oh my dear kind fellow, kindly understand कि क्या था उसके पीछे बात वही. मतलब क्या हुआ? अगर रोप नामक चीज ही नहीं है मानो, आपको स्नेक का अभ्यास भी नहीं होगा, स्नेक का. You took the snake as real and danced and everything. It's okay. We have proved it. The snake is not there, rope alone is there. But we are telling you, even when you imagine snake, for that our rope is so great. Even that was there on that only. This is superimposed. Matlab, even these upadhis which are being used by us are they are using us actually. For their existence support is the pure Atma. Rute somatmanam na avalambo yasya. ठीक है नयस्य ही keep this shloka very powerful every shloka that is worthy of remembering worthy of contemplating on that okay now we come to the verse 37 थोड़ा सा ये जबरदस्त वाला ये भी है it's all continuation while understanding while doing sadhana understanding alone is sadhana sadhana alone is understanding and understanding trying to get established or abiding in is called as sadhana जो समझा उसमें स्थिर होने के प्रयत्न को साधना कहते हैं समझने के समय भी या साधना ध्यान करने के समय भी और भी कोई भी अंतराय इंटरप्शन होते हैं इन द बिकॉज ऑफ मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स दे आर आल्सो क्लियर नाउ दिस श्लोक इज different what it is said यन्नामाकृतिभिर्ग्राह्यं पंचवर्णम अबाधितं व्यर्थेनाप्यर्थवादोऽयं द्वयं पंडितमानिनाम् यन्नामाकृतिभिर्ग्राह्यं पंचवर्णम अबाधितं व्यर्थेनापि अर्थवादोऽयं द्वयं पंडितमानिनाम् बहुत बहुत पावरफुल श्लोक बहुत पावरफुल बहुत ध्यान देना इसको थोड़ा थोड़ा मैं समझाऊंगा ही सेथ यत दैट वर्ड ऑफ मल्टीप्लिसिटी ग्राह्यम which is perceived as nama and akruti. So, yen nama akruti virgrahyam means the entire world perceived as name and form. Whether the outer gross world or inner world of thoughts, all of them are nothing but rupa nama. इतना समझ में है ना यत जगत और प्रपंचम और द्वैतम और विकल्पः ग्राह्यम perceived through नाम रूप रूप नाम आकृति के रूप में आकृति means रूप नाम is नाम the entire inner and outer world which is perceived as rupa nama and made out of what panchavarnam made it panchamahabhutas. So there are some category of people who don't understand or accept or reach themselves to the level of pure ekameva advayam brahma sthiti. They have their vada. What the vada they do? They bring all shabda sparsha rupa gasanta to us. So they bring smell and put it to our nose and ask kya smell hai. Naturally gulab ka hum gulab कहते हैं. They bring an ice block and touch ice small body को कहते कैसे हमको तो ठंडा है कहते हैं हम. Then they bring something in the form of which color they are, we say yellow. Then they make sound in the ears. Tell what is that? That is sound of ghanta or shankadwani we say. Then they say देखो शब्द स्पर्श रूप रसगंधा you are listening, you are pursuing them. And see आकाश, see the वायु ठंडा लग रहा है कि नहीं? See the Agni, see the Jala, you are taking bath, you are drinking water, you नहा रहे हो daily. See the Prithvi, खड़े हो तुम. How wonderfully you are living them, touching them, experiencing them. How can you say they are unreal? Panchavarnam abadhitam. It is not rejectable. It is not non-existing. They are very much existing because you are experiencing. Some people they say. And this is only arthavadaha. Vi arthena. Means what? They are not able to lift their intellect's deep contemplation to the level what Upanishad is teaching through Anvaya Vyatirekadi and going beyond the gross seen things. Intellectually, they are not fit. They are only at the senses level they are seeing. Even for a Brahmagnani, when he uses senses, he will also see Pancha Mahabhutas only. But he is not only using the senses to see the world, beyond the senses, he is using the intellect. Intellect what it is saying, भैया शब्द स्पर्श रूप रसगंध तो आप दिखा रहे ठीक है बट शब्द का मूल कारण क्या है स्पर्श का मूल कारण क्या है रूप का मूल कारण क्या है इंटेलेक्चुअली All of them are is there. Therefore, the existence is the substratum. All these Rupanamas are coming and going. Therefore, they are not real existence, which is called Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That is what is the reality. Only an intellectually who is able to contemplate, he will be able to recognize, understand, accept. These people who are Arthavadin. Arthavadi means who doesn't want to give up the sukha, give up the bhoga. They are enjoying this worldliness, grossness. They are such a fear that if they leave it, then they can't have the happiness. Therefore, they talk these arthavada of proving. Like nowadays people say कि आजकल के दिनों में बिना कोई बेईमानी किए हम पैसे नहीं कमा सकते, बिना झूठ किए अपने आप को बचा नहीं सकते. Has it not become? That's called arthavada. That their weakness they superimpose on the timings, etc., and they justify it. In the same way, these people are Arthavadin, we Arthena, even though at the highest intellectual level, in their words there is no meaning at all. Just they say, Avaditam, you can't reject the Panchamahabhutas and Shabda Sparsha Skandha as non existing because you are experienced. And what do they talk about? Panditamanya. दे से कि शास्त्रों में जो अर्थवाद वाले बातें हैं ना उसी को कोट करते हुए दे से दैट आई एम द पंडिता वी आर प्रूविंग टू यू दैट द वर्ल्ड इज देयर परसेप्शंस आर हैपनिंग एक्सपीरियंसेस आर हैपनिंग यू आल्सो एक्सपीरियंस इट यू प्रूव देखो व्हाट एवर शब्द स्पर्श एक्सपीरियंस ही इज हैविंग ही कैन मेक अस हैव इट because we come to his level of using the indriyas but he cannot experience what we are saying but he is not coming to our level no. How can you convince him then? Don't get carried away with them. Like you are coming to the class regularly, then you must know the joy of it. You must know the value of it. How can anybody who don't have respect to me, never tasted the class, and they just come and say, पंडित मानी अपने अपने गुरु को लेकर हम आ रहे हैं मीटिंग करने के लिए. How can you accept that? You can't do that. They don't attend my classes. They don't know my value, importance. How can you just get carried away? पंडित मानियों की बात कैसे सुनते हैं? Should we not have our own thinking? In the same way, they are living at the gross indriyas level. And they say we are experiencing it. They are we artha. Because कभी कभी ना कुछ जिद्दी लोगों से ना बात नहीं कर सकते आप. करना ही नहीं चाहिए. Never ever. Very, very become spirituality का एक symbol sign होता है becoming sensitive. I'm learning it. Never ever involve in anybody's work or thinking or decisions. वरना let everybody live their life. इसे हमने कह दिया आपकी छुट्टी हो गई. वंडरफुल रियलाइजेशन ऑन अक्टूबर 1 2022 को 5G लॉन्च हो गया. मेरे भी 5G. 5G. जी गॉड गुरु गौ माता गंगा गीता गायत्री all the 5G. Are you understanding how these Pandita Manis, if you give your ears to them, they will mesmerize you to do what they tell. You lose your own intellection. And whereas the Guru loves you more, respects you more, because you are coming to class more. You should tell them, you sit in the class. How come from 3 years Swami is shouting? Not even one class you attend. I'll not come. Vyartham Pandita Mani. That's what I said. Pandit Mani. ये तो लौकिक भौतिक विषयों में पंडित मानने वाले होते हैं, स्पिरिचुअलिटी में भी पंडित मानने वाले होते हैं. In fact, they should tell, Acha, till what time Swami is having class? 8:40, 9 o'clock. Okay, anyway, we are not coming. You attend, will not disturb you. They should have that maturity. If they don't have, we should teach them. In the same way, If they learn this intellectual inquiry about the Sat Swarupa alone is substratum, which is first intellectually comprehended, second experience as self on the seat of meditation. If they don't come to this level, you don't go to their level. वो लोग अपने आप को पंडित मानकर वहीं फंस रहे हैं. Because Bhagavan knows it. Even though you teach them 2.5 years Brahma Vidya, they will not have love for you, they will have love where they have. He says, you may listen all that, but yet when you go to the people who are these Arthavadins, they are caught. Arthavadi means they quote the Shastras. They prove through the experiences and they try to insist that the Panchabhautika Srushti is Satyam, in that Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha are Satyam. Therefore, Dvaitam alone is real. In this only we have to work and enjoy. There is nothing called as ultimate Paramatma Truth. Therefore, you need not give up all this. That's what we do every day after the class. Class को पुस्तक में डाल के back to again we are in the Arthavada only. Is it? See the power of delusion. See the power of Maya. See the power of our not yet convincingly understood. These are called the vignas. You know, when you are on the path of ultimate truth spirituality, विघ्न पहले बहुत rough and tough के रूप में आते हैं. You know, with fighting with whom and sending away them is easy because they are rough, they are opposite you, they are inimical. Later on, the vignas come in a sweet form, very sweetly, and we get lost in that. Today, our Gupta sent a message. I become angry. आपके श्राद्ध के लिए मीटिंग कर रहे कहा. Shut up, you just come to the class, I told. Sweet vignas they are all. We don't know from where the obstacles vignas come. Very alert, paying the price of alertness. Alertness is the price we have to pay if you really want to mean business in spirituality. Otherwise, all the knowledge you gain, all the respect you gain for the Guru, all that you have done, एक सेकंड में पानी फिर जाता है वो. कभी भी किसी चीज को क्या कहना लाइट नहीं लेने का. स्पेशली दिस अर्थवादिन्स. यत नामाकृत भी ग्राह्यम, रूप नाम के रूप में जो परसीव किया जा रहा है, इंक्लूडिंग शब्द स्पर्श, देन पंचवर्णम, द पंच महाभूतों से बना हुआ, अबाधितम, इट कैन नॉट बी बाधित, यू कांट रिजेक्ट देम. जैसे बोथ they are very much seen, you are experiencing, they are giving the joy, and without that even your study also you can't do. And we have seen in our Mandukya Upanishad and Karika, you know, finally, देखो आजादवादी तो इतना मजा करते हैं वहाँ. You have seen that. मांडुक्य कारिका कह रहा है गौड़पाद जी, ये जो द्वैतवादी, द्वैत मतलब at least for the sake of sadhana, those who accept the relative reality, यार कम से कम साधना के लिए तो द्वैत को छोड़ो. He says, न निरोधो न चोत्पत्ति न बद्धो न च साधकः न गुरुर् न शिष्यः इत्येता पर इत्येषा परमार्थतः न मुमुक्षुर् न वै मुक्तः इत्येषा परमार्थतः. वो थोड़ा मौका दे देना, हमको गिराते हैं. यार दूसरों को ऊपर बाद में उठाओ, पहले अपने आप को गिरने से बचाओ. Means what? That moment when we think that we are assured by ourselves in ourselves, that we are convinced about the Advaita Atma, at that time only very big bomb blast will come from some Arthavadin. He will say, छोड़ो यार तेरा ब्रह्म ज्ञान ठीक है, चल जाते हैं कुछ खाते पीते. Immediately we get lost. Or anything they talk. It is so tough to come to the understanding and acceptance of Advaita, but so easy to fall from that level. And when that Dvaitavada comes, you know, in a tempting form it comes, but it acts like a tornado. See that Florida in USA today? Yesterday, today, 2 days onwards, 250 kilometers speed of those winds and पूरे helicopter, aeroplanes उल्टा हो गए. 500 साल में ऐसे घमासान कभी नहीं हुआ तूफान. All the boats have topsailed, buildings have gone. Do you see them? USA, Florida में yesterday, today, and all that tufan. Very frightening. So too, This Tufan of Dvaitavada will take away all the very cutely built or Advaita Jnanam on the beach of the Shastras. And the Tufan comes from the Shastra of the ocean only. Dvaitavada. Tufan of Dvaitavada. So be careful. Again, I am reading this for you. Yat nama akrutbihi grahyam. You know, that world of multiplicity which is perceived by our buddhi, mana, indriyas in the form of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, and which are made by the Pancha Mahabhutas, Pancha Bhautikam, Pancha Varnam. Pancha Varnam means Pancha Mahabhutas. Say. Abaditam, they say that it cannot be rejected, they say that it's not unreal, they say it is real. And what they say is Arthavada. What is Arthavadayam? Because they give value to the gross experiences. They are finding happiness in that. They are totally engrossed in that, identified in that. Their vasanas you say, habits you say, मजा उसमें जो आ रहा है वो कहो, इतना उसमें है कि not only you cannot think anything other than it, anybody other thinks also opposite to that, वो सहेगा नहीं और वो बाकी सबको भी अपने रास्ते में खींचेगा. And these Dvaitins, Dvaiti means the materialistic, Bhautivari, they have always the maja. Like in colleges, all the students who drink or smoke, they always have the maja of a teetotaler to make him smoke. Is it not? A one who doesn't drink, उसको पिलाने की उसको मजा आता है. जो भाई ऑलरेडी आदत वाला है, अरे देना देना में तो क्या देंगे, इतना पिया तूने बोलते हैं. पर जो नहीं पीता है उसको जबरदस्ती करते हैं. In the same way, these all Bhautika Dvaitavadin they try to pull we the sadhakas by this type of Arthavada. Arthavada understood? They bring the Pancha Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, they make us touch, they ask the question, then we have to accept it. या ठंडा है तो ठंडा है, फ्रेग्रेंस है तो फ्रेग्रेंस है, तो तुमको ही अनुभव आ रहा है, वो कहते तुम्हारा ही अनुभव है ये, इसे तुम कैसे इसको डिने करते हो. आई विच हाँ यार रियली हो रहा है अनुभव. They'll ask you एक रोज देकर, टेल मी ये केरोसिन का स्मेल है क्या, पेट्रोल का है क्या, नहीं रोज का है, तो यू आर एबल टू रिकॉग्नाइज इट, सो यू आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग इट. So it is there. How can you deny your own experience? They say. You understand? That is why Atma Anubhuti इन सब एक्सपीरियंसेस का फेवर में भी नहीं, खिलाफ में भी नहीं, उन सबको एम्पावर करता है, लेकिन किसी से टच नहीं होता. That's a big different subject which we already discussed earlier. But the thing is, from this, भी अर्थ means what? अर्थवाद इनका भी अर्थ है, without अर्थ. Without अर्थ means they don't have the strength to stand when the deep inquiry is done. See, abruptly you bring the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Gandha and expose to the Indriyas, immediately the experience comes. But to understand that all the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha in their minute form are pure existence only, on the existence only, these are all superimposed. To listen to this, to understand this, there is a sufficient amount of quietness is required. Patience is required. Intellectual alertness is required. Intellect's application with faith is required on the one who is speaking. These Arthavadis don't have patience. They don't have respect to your words. They don't listen what you say. चल बाद में देखेंगे, they say. They are so restless by their habit. And what you want to tell them is, which is told only when there is a quietness, calmness, patience, time given, intellect applied. They don't have all of them. but आप कैसे समझाओगे उसको? घर में भी ये होता है कि नहीं? You want to explain to your children in a calm, quiet, patient mood, but that fellow is angry, throwing tantrums, and is not at all ready to listen. अब करोगे क्या? That is why to a person of Rajasic, Tamasic, Manobuddhi, too much of indulgence in the Arthavada and indulgence in the world, these higher Vedantic thoughts of the self alone is reality, etc., not only non-reachable, they are distasteful also, they are bitter to them. Therefore, they don't come. इंटेलेक्ट को लड़ाना या चलाना या कराना काम उससे सबके बस की बात नहीं है. Become intellectual. Be very strong in the understanding on the authenticity of Shastra. Stick to that. Every day, every day we get the information about Guru Bhakti, Shastra Bhakti, Daiva Bhakti. अब इन तीनों को ही लुढ़काने के लिए एवरीडे हमारे जिंदगी में टेस्ट आते हैं और हर दिन हम फेल होते रहते हैं. And we don't even become aware that what we are taught is being tested. ये है माया का शक्ति. व्यर्थेपि अर्थवादोयम व्यर्थेन भी अर्थवादोयम दिस द्वयम अयम अर्थवादः व्यर्थेन द्वयम पंडितमानिना. What the पंडितमानिता? They quote the shastras, है. They prove to us all the experiences and they laugh at us and they frighten us, they threaten us. अच्छा ठीक है, शब्द स्पर्श उपसर्ग नहीं है ना, तो फिर आपको कल से भोजन नहीं मिलेगा. इन दिस वे, तो इतना भी वेदांत करो तो फिर भी तुमको खाना तो पड़ रहा है ना. जैसे दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड यार. साधना करके तत्व जानने के लिए, जीव रूपी में इस शरीर में रहने के लिए, शरीर निर्वहन के लिए मुझे भोजन करना है, शास्त्रों में अलाउड है. हाँ, किंतु भोजनादि व्यापारस्तु आ शरीर धारणावधि. भोजनादि व्यापार शरीर को जिंदा रखने के लिए उसका प्रारब्ध खत्म होने तक देना ही पड़ेगा. इट इज अ कर्तव्य. बट दिस पॉइंट दे डोंट लिसन. दे विल टेल अस, हाँ तुम ऐसे जस्टिफाई कर रहे हो. रियली तुम आत्मा हो, तुमको देह मन नहीं है, तो फिर खाना बंद करो. जैसे दिस कॉल्ड एज पंडित मान. दे थिंक दे आर पंडित, देन यूज ऑल द crooked wrong logics. Vedantic spirituality's logic is very soft and sweet. There is very harsh and arrogant. Like Hinduism is soft and sweet. The other religions are cunning or arrogant and harsh. One cunningly converts, other fellow arrogantly compels us. Others. And they're soft and sweet. We tell you logically. You listen and you take your time, you practice it. It's your life. So, Panditamaninam ayam artavadaha ayam dvayam, and in which they say ki namakrutabirgrahyam panchavarnam avaditam vyartha. What they are saying doesn't stand to higher contemplation, higher thinking, higher inquiry. So stick to that higher deep contemplation. Don't get carried away by the superficial experiences. एक ज्ञानी के भी देह को गर्म लगता है तो जलता है. There's no doubt. That doesn't mean that the real self is forgotten. Self is not there. Is it not? Self is intellectually apprehendable, meditation में experiential. It cannot be this way shown like Shabda Sparsha. वही तो कहना येगिनेशिता वाग असवः चरन्ति. That is what Vatsam Virame. We saw yesterday in that shloka, in the 35 wala. Vachasam Virame. When all the upadhis are transcended, then you will know it. It is not comprehensible by any of the upadhis. So each of these shloka being so powerful, we have to do repeated contemplation till the knowledge becomes stronger and stronger. पक्का होना चाहिए, बढ़िया से. खबरदार भगवान कह रहे. This sloka of Krishna teaching Uddhava is exactly like what our Taittiriya Rishi is telling the students in convocation while going out. Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayanma prabhadaha. He has given all that here also. बेटा तुम मेरे क्लास में सब सुन रहे जाओ और बाहर जाओ, सारे अर्थवादी तुमको घेरेंगे, वो लोग तुमको टेम्प्ट करेंगे, शास्त्र कोट करेंगे, and they will tell that you cannot deny these panchavarnam. वो बाधित नहीं हो सकता. बाधित means rejectable. Abadita means you can't say they don't exist. They are very much there. You be careful with them. Don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. Their logics are always powerful. Their proofs are very valid. And you have not had experience to तुम अब कच्चा गड़ा हो. Is it not? Then what to do? Be artha. Listen to them. Give a smile. Don't give value to what they say. Not even react, respond. Protect your knowledge. Like when the lamp is flickering in the wind, our worry is not about sending away the wind, which you can't. Our concern is putting your hands and protecting that lamp. And that is enough. When you protect the lamp by putting your hands in whatever the wind comes, you don't disturb it. After some time, the wind goes away. In the same way, protect the flame of our Advaita Atma Jnana when the winds of the Arthavada attack it from inner life, inner world, outside us. Inside भी वही होता है. We have in the example given the outer people, but inside also, when we are sitting for meditation and all, अर्थवादी तो हमको डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है ना. We only tell यार बाद में ध्यान करेंगे ये है वो है करके. We only go into that. Clear? So in this way, this shloka is so powerful, so important, so valuable. Should be contemplated, meditated upon. Okay. Now next one's yogino apakvayogasya yunjatah kaya uttitaihi upasargairvihanyeta tatrayam vito vidhi. From the bodily problems onwards, variety of the obstacles will come when you want to do the sadhana. How to conquer them, the most important topic of 5-6 slokas, Bhagavan touches it. It is also equally important. We'll try to study it tomorrow. Okay? Thank you. The very important slokas we discussed today. I think I also will have to restudy them. Thanks. Sarvam Om Bhagavad-Charana-Arvindarvanastu Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavayushyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sadgunath Maharaj ki jai. Yes.